All right, so BTC. Okay, right. So we're looking at it here, right? This is the last demand zone, I think, even on the 4 hour. Yeah. All right. So that's it, right? This is the last demand zone for it before it decides to go, ape shit and really, go down and to the 12s, like they keep saying, right? Um, we're holding, right? And we had it on the daily as well. We looked at it on the daily, on the weekly. Like everything right now is kind of just holding. We even said that if we do get a break from this nasty little downtrend that we've been going for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 9 days, that it could lead to that, right? As long as we hold these levels. I was even looking at it yesterday, man, about just doing like a fucking YOLO long. I kind of shut up. It was around these levels, putting stop loss right here, in case we do decide to break this. I really do think, and look, the candle is there, right? Like we still have 19 hours. It's still holding. Um, I'm hoping we get this little break, man, and kind of finally start giving a little push up. Because again, man, look, we've just been fucking downtrend for so many days, man. Um, but as long as, like I said, as long as we're holding these levels, we're kind of golden right now. We're good. It can even go sideways the next few days. What was it? I had something drawn out, I think, on the weekly. Was it on the weekly? Let me see. I think an overall downtrend, right? So if you even go on the weekly, kind of got an overall downtrend like this, where you still have your support, overall downtrend, still coming down, wedging, right? We have another maybe like 2 or 3 weeks where even on the weekly, it can still hold this level. If we do decide to finally go on a bull market, which everybody, I mean, shit, man. I think it's time already, dude. We're almost going on a year of a downtrend. Like it's bad, man. But finally start holding these levels, and maybe give us a nice little break out of here. But again, we have weeks, right? These are weekly candles, so you're doing another week here, maybe another week here. We still have time. We still have plenty of time for the market, I guess, to decide that. But if I do see a break from 17, breaking this level, I'm gonna short, man, and I'm gonna go pretty heavy. I was saying with the guys yesterday that I'm gonna fucking full port it if it does. It's because it's one of those things, man. Like, right now these are the levels, right? This is the level that everybody's looking at, 18, 17 right here, right? Last time we had that was when it was the whole 30 level, right? 30 in between, like 30, 26, 25. Look what happened last time it broke, man. Like this is what happens when you have a strong demand zone, right? When you have a strong demand zone that everybody keeps trying to push the price up on, and you have a break, then you just have the bears like kind of almost bum rush it and push it as far and strong down as they can. And that was obviously the break that was, look, 28,000 all the way to freaking 17,000, right? So that was a nasty, nasty break. Um, this is what I'm aiming for here, right? Like if we do decide to break these levels, of course we have some kind of like support, I believe, on the right here. This is my strongest support, man. Like we have a little bit here on the 15, so we might see a little this, right? We might see a little come down, play around for a few weeks like it did here, and do it at these levels, right? Because again, you have a little bit of minus support right here, 15 levels, but still from 18 or 17 to 15, that's pretty good gains, man. That's what I'm aiming for. If we do decide to break this demand zone, I'm not a believer anymore of this will hold because I was strongly, dude. Like I swore and I was like, dude, it will never break 30K. We broke it, right? We're here now, you know. So if this continues, just fucking yearly nasty overall downtrend, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We're gonna continue having lower highs and all this little bullshit pumps, that it does when it still continues coming down, right? We haven't broke that, man. This is why we're not in a bull market whatsoever, not even close. Which kind of should tell us, what calls we should. And I was thinking about that last night, right? I took a L on C98, swung it for the weekend. I was thinking, I'm like, damn, dude, why did I even go for a long on the weekend? One, it's the weekend, right? We already know that the last like 10 weekends has been no volume during the weekend, right? So it wasn't the smartest move for me to put a long out on a Friday. So I took the L, reassessed it, really looked at, dissected it, kind of see what went wrong, and that was part of it. Also, I think C98 was in a nasty downtrend where it really didn't have a support, and I'll show you guys in a minute what I mean. Um, but again, overall, dude, we're still on a nasty big downtrend since fuck November, right? Since the beginning of December, that just hasn't given up. We still have all of this that we can still come up and, do the whole running up to 22, 23 again, but still have a chance that it might reject and continue giving us lower lows. So it's tough,
Kenny,
man. What's up?
if you draw that trend line from the wicks instead of for the bodies, it really perfectly matches up with the wick of last week.
This one right here?
Yeah. So if you move that a little bit up,
Kind of like that, yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's valid if you put it
You
from
could still,
the
yeah, yeah, of
actual
course.
weight.
I had something drawn. That's what I'm trying to find. Hold on, let me see if I can find it because I had one drawn out where it kind of hit all three. Is it this one? No, this one. This is no. That's the one I was just doing. Hold on. BTC USDTP Binance. No, this is a different. You see, three different, three different drawings with three different levels. But look, even here, right? We're still strong. No matter what chart I looked it up on, man, we still had a strong demand zone here. And again, we're still showing today that it's holding. Um, we have our resistance obviously at about 24, almost 25K, and I definitely see how you can kind of get all three of these if you kind of hug it a little more towards the body, kind of thing like this. But yeah, dude, overall, again, still have your lower highs, right? Lower highs and lower highs. No matter how you see it, man. So until we don't break this, and this is big, right? This is why I like to show. And again, I'm a scalper, so this is why I like to show you guys these time frames because that still matters, right? If we're in a nasty bear trend like this, if you've been like this for a while, that helps you kind of gauge what, you know, look at the market, right? It's red as we speak. It kind of just shows you which ones you should be leaning more towards. I've also went back and looked at a few past trades, ones that I did swing, and the ones that I did swings, that did pretty well for me was the shorts. I think I did well, not C90, CRV short, right? That shit went up to like 400%, 500%. It was swung for like a day and a half, 2 days. Um, what was it? An XTZ that I took a negative 30% loss because I put the stop loss, super tight. Wanted to keep it conservative. It literally hit it, and then it went down, and it hit all three TPs, and that one again would have been about 400%. So, and in about 2 days, right? In about a day or two that it just kept dropping. That shows you that again we should be leaning more towards shorts. It's not bad to go longs because it's still has smaller time frames, but you'll get your good percentages on longs. Nice bounce off support, and we have it right here, right? Like even if you look at BTC, you have your longs that still pay out, so I'm not telling you guys to shy away from the longs because again you can go on a short here, right, and that could be your stop loss going up that high, so this is why you always want to again look at all different time frames, but overall, man, like look at it, right, like just 30 minute, it's everything is just downtrend, man. It's always big fucking flash, strong, big candles coming down. Even when it rallies up like this, right? Like, look, all that time that it took to do that, it took a few candles to bring it down, right? It's always that. It's always rally, rally, rally going up, two candles or big candle to bring it right back down. So it's people, the bears are the ones printing right now, and I'm a bull, right? Like I'm always try to stay neutral, but all in all, I like being a bull, right? I had fun in the bull markets. I like playing, you know, I like these, man. I like playing nice little run ups like this with a nice breakout from the top. Those are all bull runs, or at least moves that I had when we had the bull run that I was killing with. So, I've always stuck to that, right? But obviously, you got to adapt. The market's been red, so obviously, I've been doing more and more shorts as we speak. I just, again, man, I've always been a bull, so I'm always kind of gonna try to look for my longs no matter what. But honestly, I should be focusing more on shorts. I definitely should be focusing more on shorts at this point. because it's that, every time a run up comes up, it makes you think. And mind you, look, this is a nice little breakout. Ran up a little bit, but then just right back down. So yeah.
Yeah,
Again, if you
okay.
can, what's up?
Can I go over a trade that I
Oh,
was just spotting?
absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Go ahead. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I think that's easiest.
How do I start
Um,
sharing?
yeah, let
Start
me know
sharing.
if you can see it.
Yes, sir. How do I put a big screen? Bam. There we go.
All right. So I was looking at it when you were showing the weekly chart. Let's zoom in a bit. Where are we?
All the way down.
So
There it
didn't
is.
know if you know this, but you can actually group your indicators here on the object tree. So you can view the daily, hide the weekly, all at once.
Ew. Interesting. And dude, I love how you have it labeled. Like it looks great. Shit, looks nice and clean too. I like it.
So I saw this one. I'm on the Vibez chart, so it might be a little bit different for you, but I connected here to the wicks and here to the wick,
Nice. Yeah. That's
and then you
perfect.
can
That's
see
perfect.
it here perfectly lining up with the trend line. And then when you zoom in on the 4 hour, I think this was a play from a few weeks ago, but I just saw it and I thought it would be nice to go over.
Nice.
So this would have been the perfect short entry right here. And you can actually see it perfectly touches the trend line and then shuts down. And later I realized that if you zoom out a little bit further, you can perfectly draw the Fibonacci tool that we talked about last week
Mm-hmm.
towards here,
Mm.
and it perfectly matches in the golden pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I took this trade, but I took it a little bit early,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it got stopped out right before it dumped.
Mm.
So if I go, I think it was on the 30-minute or the 15-minute. I have to zoom back a little bit. So here we are in this
Oh, I
range,
see it. Yeah.
and I think I spotted some divergence on this one. So here you have a few RSI divergences, which indicates down move. We are at the resistance, or I mean a supply zone, and I think I saw this one as a potential short. I'm not sure where I placed it exactly, but I would have placed it somewhere here and then put stop loss right here, and then it got stopped out right before it got dumped.
Hey, don't you
So
love those, man?
yeah, is there any way to prevent that? Because
Oh,
I think
dude, I was breaking my head with that, brother, because it's like the last few trades that I've gone on, brother, I've done that. I was looking at my numbers, right? Mind you, before we took the loss yesterday, I think we were on a. Let me see if I can look it up on my iPad real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning streak, bro. Since 921, we hit BTC 250, Atom 50, BNB 50, XLM 400, ETC 900. I mean 99, and then we took the loss yesterday, right?
right,
It was I was on a streak, and mind you, the two before that was the XRP and the XLM. Short, they were negative 38% losses. Again, they were tight, but they both played out, brother, to the T, right? To the fucking T, man. Like both of them. So I would have been almost like about 7 or 8 trades in a row, dude. Like one because of that, right? So I was breaking my head yesterday trying to figure that out. I'm like, damn, should I be putting stop losses? And then it's like your universal rule is to have one, man. You should have one because again, there's times where
yeah,
yeah, like yesterday or other times where it hits it and continues performing, right? And you get mad. You're like, fuck, man, I should have never had a stop loss, right? However, I've done that mistake deal where I don't put a stop loss and I wake up the next day and that shit is down 250%. And it looks like it's going to keep going down because the market, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I've been there, done
it's dude,
that.
right? So that shit is it's hard, bro. It's really hard to figure out, you know, that battle within yourself if you should be putting a stop loss or not, man. Because it's I'm seeing a lot of my trades, dude, that they're hitting stop loss. I'm seeing Astro put one the other day, dude. His shit like it grabbed his entry, one wick, boop, hit his stop
Yeah,
loss, dropped. I'm like,
Yeah, I had the same.
I thought I was the only one. I'm like, damn, dude, see, so it's not only me. Look here, right? Like right here, it went up, hit stop loss, went right back down, right? So it's like shit, man.
I
So
guess.
where our analysis is there, where we're getting it right, right? We're getting the direction right. It's more of a time and patience, and it's like, fuck, man, do you put a stop loss where again it might hit and continue performing, or do you put it out there where it's like shit at negative 200%, but then you're taking a fucking 200% loss, like it's dude, it's hard, man, and that's
I guess
that's one
one
of
thing
those
that I
things,
could
man.
do, if I look at this whole pattern playing out here, it's basically all still higher lows. It's also equal highs, but it's also still higher lows. So here you have a low. Here it gets taken out a bit, but not this. And here you also have keep getting higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So I guess only enter when the short trend is actually reversing. Because here I was anticipating a reversal. So I think I placed my short around here because you have four bearish
Mm,
divergences. Somewhere here you see a big resistance at this gray box.
mhm.
So you place your short entry somewhere here, I don't know, stop loss a bit above it. But then again, you get stopped out because the trend is not broken, because this low is still not broken.
Yeah.
So you're still a higher low. At this point, you even make a higher high, and again a higher low, and again a higher high. And then after this gets broken,
Mhm.
then it's safe to enter short. So here, or maybe on the close of this candle. I think I actually placed this one, but a little bit more like this. But I think I actually play out this one.
Mm.
Because here the downtrend is broken because you take out this low, you take out these lows,
And
and then it's safe to enter. I
um,
guess that might be a good thing.
yeah, I would have probably looked at that closer to that first trend line, man. Like that first trend line right there. Once it broke that with
This
that
one,
big candle,
yeah,
that green one, I think
yeah.
that would
Problem
have
is,
been it.
I think this one played out very
Oh, dude,
fast.
beautifully. Yeah. And even if, you would have played that to the blue line, that would have been a good scalp, right? Like breaking that green line, then hoping that it continues breaking
this,
through the blue line.
this is 1 minute.
Oh
Oh,
damn.
I love it.
Oh, dude, I'm
Focus at
liking the
1 minute
1 minute, man.
candle.
I've been more and more playing with the 1 minute as we speak, so I'm getting, getting better at the 1 minute, to be honest, man.
Yeah, but you could have played this, I guess. Is it also fair to consider you have the resistance here at the top that the price is um, coming towards the resistance like a magnet, and then when it
Bro,
reaches it, it dumps?
and you see that almost, if not perfect, but almost perfect freaking rejection on that trend line, dude. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's insane.
that's
And it's
insane.
drawn on the weekly. That's insane.
Dude, that's what I was looking like. I think I even saw, was it on? Trying to think, it was a C98, man. I was gonna push my stop loss a little lower because I saw one little, one candle, one wick on the weekly that was just a little bit of under my stop loss on that, and I was gonna move it, but I was like, you know what, it didn't go my way, right? Like it didn't go my way from the beginning. Actually, bullshit. The beginning, we were up about 25%, and that's another mistake that I did with that one, dude. Yesterday was that the first day I threw it out that Friday, it went up about 25%, man. The scalper in me is always at 20x, dude. That's more than enough for me, man. Like that should have been, my scalper instincts that took in, and I should have grabbed profits, at least trimmed it. Stop loss at entry, if it would have hit and gave me these lows, I could have even, if I was that fixated on getting that long to swing for C98, I could have waited till now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like at a super strong support. Um, those are things that again, man, and I didn't do it because of that, right? Because I'm like, you know what, I want to try the swinging game a little more. Usually I've also seen that whenever I do kind of try to swing, the scalper in me takes that quick percentage, 20, 30, 40%. It hits stop loss at entry. I look at it hours later, fucking TP3 already, right? So that's what I was kind of hoping for C98, that, you know, but again, it was the weekend, right? Like it's Friday, pushing today's probably a better day to grab some of these that are super low, as long as Bitcoin continues to hold. You know. But the mistakes again, man. Everything is trial and error, right? It's now I kind of made that a set rule where that's it, man. Fridays I'm not looking to swing at all. Like I'm not looking to swing shit on
Yeah,
Fridays, man.
I think I've come to realize that I shouldn't long in the weekends.
Yeah, dude. Scalping is something different, right? Like you can always kind of scalp on the weekend. You know, going nice and early, something as support, and even if it's ping ponging, kind of just get it up and down. But swinging it to the next day, it's a gamble. It's a gamble, and let alone a long. It's been a trend, right? Every weekend has been it's just drops, man. No volume. We already have a name right for it, right? Like no volume weekends, so it's hasn't shown us anything different. It did it again this weekend, right? So I don't know. Something to look for Friday, man. Maybe we should be looking on Fridays to if we are gonna swing something, kind of swing a short, you know, aim for the fences. But you know, who knows, man? That might be the weekend that we freaking do it, and then all of a sudden it pushes up, right? So it's gamble, man. The weekends are a gamble. All right. Anybody else have any charts they want to go over? Any trades that they went in that kind of didn't go their way, or look at any charts in particular? Let me know, and I can probably go over some charts. Let me try to shit. Wait, hold on. All right, it's showing my screen. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If anybody has any charts, let me know. If not, then I will get on and see what we could find. Man, I do want to find some possible longs. Because everything dropped so much, I think we should be able to find a few that are kind of at support. And I'll show you what not to look at. What I found, you know, looking over C98, that kind of should have gave me an indication again of what not. It broke right through the demand zone that I was holding it for. So yeah, let me show you guys what I mean. C98, right? If you look at this on a daily,
I
doesn't
got one quick thing that might be interesting to look at.
what's
Oh,
up?
I love the logo.
The logo, right? You see that? Dude, I can't wait for us to do that good vibes indicator. It's gonna be so dope. But look, right? So let me just go over this real fast.
Yeah, sure.
This on the daily, right? I guess even if you look up this on the Binance one, it doesn't give you much, right? It's kind of showing that it was, I think even higher, man. Hold on, let me look at the Binance one. I'll show you guys what I mean. C98 USDT P Binance. All right, so it does give us more. So even Binance, right? But again, I always tell you guys, right? If you're gonna look up a coin that you really want to see the history on and see if just maybe, you know, you'll probably see some levels back then. Go to the Binance chart. The Binance chart's always gonna show you a complete pretty much history because Binance is one of the oldest exchanges. They have these coins longer, so they'll show you where they kind of really started, right? So it's showing us that it kind of started at $3, went all the way up to 6, which is almost doubling, right? Your investment, but then went to shit and died ever since. These are coins that I dude, stay away from, right? Like as far as long term, you don't want to buy these coins because of this, because it's just so, you know, it's showing you that from the beginning it was just a shit coin and nobody really wanted to invest. Overall down. Now, mind you, look, we even still broke that overall downtrend. It's just going sideways, but again, this coin shows no potential, right? Like it's even flagged. I think if you kind of grab this like this, you know, it was flagging still broke from the side, but it's not like it kind of started pushing up from here. Now, what I was looking at was this, right? Let me erase this. This one, I kind of saw that it broke, right? So I'm hoping, you know, I was like, all right, got a nice little trend break there. Maybe it'll give us a nice little push up. This is the weekly drop that I was telling you that I just saw on it last night, where I was like, shit, I kind of probably should have put it a little past it because that's the last point, right? Like that's literally the last point of where you know this can hold down to. Now, even then, you know, look at it, right? Like it's not holding support anymore. It's just fucking doing this. It's just going down. Um, so I kind of could have held it a little bit till that, you know, to kind of really hold this and maybe, just maybe, because again, look at the drop, right? Like this is something that fell really hard on daily, right? All the way from here, just kind of died out. But then look at the reaction, right? The minute it hit that level, started to pick up and give you something, right? Gave you a nice little uptrend for a few days. I think it was a few weeks before it broke again, right? It went down. So there's some kind of buy here, right? And I missed that when I did it. I think I did this on a 4 hour. So I kind of almost just caught this. Where was it? I think I almost, yeah, I think I only caught this. Something like this. And it's again, it's still in the zone, but I think my stop loss was right under here. Yeah, right under here. So look, I got wicked out a few times on that shit, but it's still holding. Um, again, just like I said, overall, it's on that big downtrend. Even here, if you kind of graph it from here, still lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So you're still on a downtrend on this. You know, even how, no matter how you paint it, right? Even from here to here, you're still lower highs, lower highs. You're still in a downtrend on this. So you know, we can, man. There's a chance that it can really hit off of this and still continue to go up. And again, that would count on BTC. I think all of them right now are looking at BTC at these levels. They're really looking to see if we kind of break these levels to make that move. Because again, a lot of them are almost on that support or breaking it because BTC just keeps, you know, keeps just breaking down. And so even here, right? Alice, I had Alice boxed in really nice. Nice little supply zone, demand zone where it was just bouncing up and down, but it broke demand zone, right? And what happens when you break demand zone? It goes down. So it's tough. It's tough to grab it long as some of these right now because we're breaking zones, which makes me think that we might just break the one on Bitcoin. To be honest, like we're here, that 17, it's it for me, man. I think if we break that, I'm trying to grab a short from like 17.5 maybe or 17.6 and ride it all the way to like 15, I think was it? Or 15.7, something like that. Um, unless we get good news, you know, and unless we continue to hold these grounds, everything else is just shaky, man. This is I'm not going crazy on trades. Obviously, you still have some like this that are just doing their own thing, you know, doing their own thing. Go to change percentage. Let's look at our top runners. ENS for today, bam, look at that beauty. So you even have a breakout on this, right here, right? Nice clean breakout, a lot of touches on this, like this, right? Boom, broke out. So that could have been a nice trade if, you know, we were graphing that out. Let me see what else is pushing. So it's kind of doing its own thing too. Erase these lines.
Can I go over one little short? Scalp?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man.
That's something that I'm currently looking at on Bitcoin. Might be interesting.
Let's ride.
Kind of risky, I guess, but
All right, got.
let me know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Bitcoin. We just broke this trend line right here. Currently, we're retesting the trend line. So I thought we might go up, basically. So I draw my supply zone, demand zone right here.
Mm-hmm.
Could try it like this as well. But to be safe, we try it like this. Enter on the retest of the trend line. Stop loss below the last low. And also below this trend line.
Mm-hmm.
And then write it up towards here. You have a 1.7. You can even take it up to here. Or up to the wick. You have 1.8. Would that be something you would be willing to trade? And if not, why not? Because that's the most important thing. Why is it not correct?
One, the entry, it's under that trend line break, so that's one scary
Oh
part,
yeah,
right? Yeah, that if
yeah,
it
right.
breaks that
Should be.
trend line, you know, it's gonna probably keep pushing down. So there, you definitely want to get it more on a bounce. Um,
Yeah, then you would have put it like this.
that's coin. See, I'm trying to see if the trend lines are connecting. That nasty little dip is what kind of makes up that messes up that trend in a bit.
This one.
No, the one all the way to the left that just breaks the
Oh,
zone.
this
Yeah,
one.
that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
just that one kind of throws off the TA a bit, but seeing trend right there, you have lower highs. So try to get a trend line going all the way from the bottom of your bottom left screen,
Oh yeah, this.
right there. No, that yeah, from there connecting all the way up, lower highs. There you go. Right.
Yeah, you can make it like
So that
this.
would be a short break, right? If you kind of break that, um, yeah, I'm really feeling like everything is just looking real pretty bearish. There you go. You got a nice connection. One, two, three, about three, four touches. Then you got a break. Hmm.
Feels like I'm forcing this play a bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
it's not
brother.
feeling good.
I was
Also
gonna,
because we have no volume today, as far as I was at the charge today.
brother.
Yeah, so the
Today it might be a tough long day because again, at the beginning you saw what I read out, right? Like all of these bad news,
oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Dow Jones entered bear market. You know, you have what is it? Intel reaches a 52-week low. You have hold on, Dow remains below 30,000 as bond yields. Like whenever all this bad news comes out, I kid you not. And again, I'm not too news driven, right? But I tend to lean, more towards shorts. If you look at your overall market, your watch list, everything is pretty red. So longs are a bit dangerous right now. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of scaring me. But again, we're also at levels on Bitcoin where it's like shit, man. It's tough, man. It's tough.
yeah. I'm not feeling this trade. I was just
Yeah,
thinking, why isn't it working? But I guess the volume part is plays a
yeah.
big role.
Yeah, of course. And we need volume to push up. If nobody's buying right now and everybody's like, and hearing all this bad news, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna sell, right? Nobody wants to buy in this kind of market. So, um, look, and you almost got a triple top going there, right there too, as well,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Oh,
One's almost a triple top right there. It's not a bad
yeah,
shit.
well,
But the only thing is that you're in the middle, right? Like you're literally in the middle of no man's land. You're in the middle of your green zone. You're in the middle right now of your red zone. So it's like,
yeah, it's true, true.
yeah, that's
You either
that's
want to buy here or sell there.
exactly. You pick one. If you're gonna long it, fine, long it from that demand zone. Hopefully get a nice little bounce, or try to get another rejection off of that zone. It might be even a little longer because if you kind of really glance at it, you're kind of getting lower highs, right? So you might even grab an
Yeah.
entry a little lower than that, but it's triple top, right? Like triple top is bearish.
Well, this movement is just so weird because first we break it to the downside here, then we
Bro,
retest it, go back down, then we break to the upside, back down again.
brother,
Makes
I'm
no
telling
sense.
you, I've been breaking my head. Last night I was looking at charts. Once my wife and everybody went to sleep, I was really looking at charts, and I'm like, okay, let me see what the hell do I see, man. And just the indicators are all over the place, right? They were contradicting where the candles are going. So it's like, even when you see your indicators just going kind of haywire, right? Where it's too many squiggly lines on your stochastic, your MACD is showing uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, then it's hard to gauge what where you're headed. And that's sideways market, that's indecisiveness, that's danger territory, right? That's not something you want to put 10 or 5% of your portfolio in a trade. I don't care who it is, right? Even AR, which is a beast. He has his days where he hits, where he doesn't, right? We all do. So it's this is that kind of market where you kind of really want to watch how you trade, man. Honestly, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous, risky. Still get into trades because you got to learn, right? If you can trade in this kind of shit market, then you'll be able to trade in any clear market, right? So still trade, but just just use less margin, right? Play it risky. Because right now it is like, look at the moves, man. It's just pump and dump, pump up, up, down. There's
Actually,
really there's no real clear direction right now. So
I actually like this setup too. You have a bearish divergence, bullish divergence here
hmm
in the demand zone. Well, the thing is, we just broke this trend, so that kind of invalidates it. But you have a divergence here, retest on the resistance line here. Once it broke, pushes up. So you could have longed here on the break of that line. Top loss very tight because you're in an uptrend. You can ride it up to this top. You have a 3-1.
Yeah.
But again, volume and not feeling confident in the market, that's a big deal.
Hmm. Again, it looks a great scalp, right? Like you can definitely scalp these things, man. But
But
overall,
well, the thing is, it all looks good after you've seen the move, but it doesn't look
bro.
good when you don't see that part.
Yeah, you're right, man.
That's
You're telling me you're gonna want to grab a long when you're seeing those big old red candles coming down. It's like,
I mean, if you look at it like this,
yeah,
you basically just broke the trend.
yeah.
You have a rejection. This looks like a fake move. I mean, you have this big zone here. Oh, like this. Doesn't look convincing to me, especially with the trend line here.
Hmm.
But then when you play it, it shuts up. Like,
Hmm.
what the hell?
Bam, bam. Look at that, dude. Jeez. Some
But I
serious
gotta go, man.
nastiness.
I really gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll give the stream back to you.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, again, this was a quick class, man. I just want to go over a few things with you guys. I'll be back
Thanks.
tonight, man. I'll be back tonight to do again. Maybe you'll probably be up at that time, Theo. I think around that time. It's about 10 my time. I think you usually get up around that time. So maybe I'll have another one tonight. If Brian comes back late, I think from work, I think he wants to jump on for a few hours. So we'll be on and off all day, honestly, man. If he gets on later, I'll probably jump on with him. I just got to do a few runarounds. If not, I'm gonna come right back and look for some trades today, man. I gotta get into Mondays are my favorite days to trade, so I'm gonna definitely look for some trades today. All right,
All right. Thanks, buddy.
all right, guys. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys later, man.